I recently sold an investment property, so I thought it'd be cool to go back and take a look at it and see how it performed over the past 11 years. I saw this property when I was out for a jog, actually, back in 2009, and I, at the time, purchased it for $49,500. I put 20% down on a conventional mortgage, and then it cost about another $2,000 to get it rent ready. So at the time, I was about $15,000 all in to purchase and get it rent ready. When I placed the first tenant, I was cash flowing about $150 a month, so I was getting about a 12% cash on cash return for my initial $15,000 investment. So I did that for 3 years, and then in 2012, one of the local banks was running a special, so I did a cash out refinance for $55,000, and I paid off another small little rental house I had, and put a primary mortgage on that one for $55,000. Reduced my cash flow a little bit, but rents had gone up in the meantime. And then for about the last 7 years, I've had the same tenant in place, and they've been in there at $710 a month. So when they told me that they were planning on leaving, I decided that this might be a good time to sell this one and try to do something different with it. So over the past 11 years of owning this house, I haven't put in a whole lot of money. I've had to do some regular maintenance. I think I put in a water heater at one point and a new refrigerator, but that was about it. And since the current tenant's been in there, I really haven't been in the house much. So when he informed me he was leaving, I got the keys, and then here's what it looked like when I first went through it after he moved out. As you can see, it was in pretty tough shape after he left, after the 7 years. We had to put in carpet, paint, we did some flooring in the kitchen, light fixtures. We also had to replace the air conditioner unit, do some work in the backyard. All in all, to get it ready for sale, it cost about $10,000. So after we did that work, here's what the property looked like before we put it on the market. So put it on the market for $105,000, sold it in the first week. There was still a little bit left on that original, or I'm sorry, not the original, but the $55,000 mortgage that I took out. I think there was about $13,000 left on that. So after paying that off and then commission, title, taxes, there was about $86,000 was the proceeds. So I rolled that $86,000 into a 1031 exchange and am currently looking for a replacement property. So this is why I thought it'd be kind of cool to look at a property like this, because I really did not manage it very well over the years. I should have increased rent more. I could have stayed more on top of it. And I still came out pretty good, which is what makes real estate a pretty attractive asset class. So if I look at my total out-of-pocket expenses on this, I spent approximately $25,000. That was with the initial purchase and then with the repairs that I had to do to get it ready to sell. So if I look at that $25,000 over the past 11 years, that's about a 12% return on my money, then recouping the $86,000, about 12%. So that's pretty decent, but that doesn't take into account the other two benefits of real estate, which is I still got the monthly cash flow of about $150 a month, and then I also depreciated the property, so it helped me on my taxes. So my internal rate of return was much higher than 12%. Now, of course, to get those better returns, I had to do some additional work. So I did the leasing of it, I did the property management, I took the calls when things broke. So it wasn't as simple as putting my money in an S&P 500 and just sitting back and looking at the statements. There was a lot more work that went into it, but the returns are a lot better. So that's why I think it was kind of cool to look at this as how it turned out, because you always go into buying an investment property with projections, but very seldom do we actually get to look at how it turned out. So if an investment property might be something you'd be looking to add to your portfolio, there are a few more headaches and hassles and a little bit more work, but the returns can be pretty exceptional, even like with a property like this where I made a lot of mistakes on it. Thanks again for checking out another video, and don't forget to like and subscribe.